Discord. We're approaching 350 Johnny Says Boxing Insiders. I launched 2 weeks ago our Patreon. So you guys have a few different ways how to support the channel, how to support the community, and how to join the Discord. Join here on YouTube. It's a couple bucks a month. That link is pinned. And in the same link, you could join on Patreon. Same price, couple bucks a month. Whatever one you join on, you get access to the Discord. It's a professional betting Discord. We have boxing, MMA, basketball, football, hockey. Baseball's coming up, F1. It's a professional betting community. So whatever one you want to join, if you join the Patreon, you get perks in the Patreon. If you join the YouTube, you get perks on our live stream. Like I said, whatever one you join, same price, access to the Discord. And if you've already joined, I say thank you. If you're new here, I say welcome. I want to start with this interview that's been kind of going viral in the UK with Moses Itauma. We know Moses is preparing for a fight against Jermaine Franklin at the end of the month. So people were, we'll play it to get started. I want to hear your opinion, your take. Some people are saying he's stoned. Some people are saying at his young age, he's already showing signs of being punchy, having signs of damage. The odds for the Franklin Itauma fight are crazy. Right now, Moses is a 10-1 favorite. We know how exciting of a prospect he is, not just in the UK, but in the heavyweight international landscape. So I'm going to play that. We'll let, it's from the IFL. I want to hear your opinion on this.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
flipping back to Saudi on a stunning night in Riyadh for yourself against Dillian White. When you saw that, well,
I know you and Dillian are mates.
Yeah. What? Sorry.
I was just saying, I know you and Dillian are mates, and I actually used to interviews. There was one interview that you lot done in a car. I think Dillian was in the driver's seat, you was in the passenger. I can't lie, it was funny.
So I've watched this multiple times. My take on it is he kind of seems tired. He kind of seems exhausted. He might, who knows? I don't know him. I don't know his personality. I don't know his lifestyle. I'm not sure what the UK laws and legislation is on medical cannabis. He kind of seems to me maybe a guy who maybe took an edible. Maybe he's, drained. Maybe he's just tired from camp. But the comments on this video are pretty interesting. This is why I wanted to play it. People, some fans are sort of leaning on that maybe, this is just how he operates now at this sort of speed. And if that is the case, that would be quite shocking considering how young he is. Let's continue.
You know what I mean? But I apologize.
Do you know what? It was a bit of a weird week because obviously I am close with Dillian. It's not about kind of whether I'm Team White, Team Itauma, etc. It was nothing to do with that. It's just my friendship with Dillian White.
Yeah, his eyes aren't red, Chris. So I agree with you there.
To kind of see how that played out. I have to be honest, but I think it was nothing to do with obviously your progression as a fighter. It's just to do with my relationship more so with Dillian. Yeah.
Of course, your relationship with Dillian ain't got nothing to do with me. So I was just saying, I know you lot were close. So
I'm having trouble understanding him. I got to be honest with you.
Appreciate the words. What did you think when
it gets a bit testy here? Watch this.
Turkey about he wants to see you and Usyk. What was going through your head?
If Quinn bit down, everyone would want his pale head on a pike. An energy blast sent.
If the fight happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know what I mean? I'm obviously he's got the ability to make it happen, but I don't see the reason why Usyk could take it. So I was like, I haven't been thinking about it. I'm just it's all right to hear.
I haven't seen, I got to be transparent with you UK boys, I haven't seen too much press or too much media of Moses giving interviews. I've seen him post-fight, but all the fighters who watch my channel and, we know as fighters, the adrenaline when you're giving post-fight interviews, it's a bit different. Everybody's talking really fast. Everybody's really excited. I'm talking in the ring. they skip over the words and that sort of thing. But I don't know too much about Moses in saying, is this sort of how he operates. I'm coming at it from a strength and conditioning perspective, a guy who coaches people for a living. People hire me to keep them and get them healthy. So this is why this video is going viral, because it's people are questioning, hey, and if it's not, like, let's say it's not sleep deprivation, because he looks tired. If it's cannabis, I mean, what are the legislations with the BBOC 3 weeks out of a fight? Would he be taking edibles 3 weeks out of a fight? I know, we hear stories all the time, guys going into certain fights on certain substances, but I don't know the ethics or the morality of Moses. I don't know him that well. So maybe in the comments, you guys could let me know. What do you guys think? I'm going to continue playing this. Does Moses look tired? Does he look stoned? Is this a sign of wear and tear at such a young age?
And whatnot, like, will it actually fulfill itself? That's another question.
I mean, as much as when people were talking about it a lot and saying, is that the right fight for Moses? Is it the right fight for Usyk, etc.? But I mean, we'd watch it obviously, and we'd be very intrigued to see what happened. But you're on like your path, and if it involves Usyk at some point, it does. It doesn't need to be ASAP right now.
Exactly, but Usyk's getting old. So at 38, so. I mean, I say he's got to get a move on, but he's been knocking a lot of guys out. So, we've got to leave that. We've got to leave that man alone.
He just seems disinterested to me. Maybe he doesn't like the guy.
Just a couple more before I let you go, Moses. There was an IBF route there with Frank Sanchez.
Or he's like peeping out a girl walking. He seems like he might be staring down a...
Just kind of, make comment on that.
So
he definitely seems disinterested.
With that, it was... So like I said, I don't know whether it was Frank Sanchez or whether it's F.A. Jagba, one of the two, I can't remember. But when I said, like, they put forward, like, 10 names, it's like, I think Frank Sanchez or F.A. Jagba, there was one of them 10 names. And then my team, in the process of elimination, got it down to 3. It was like we looked at that fight and we just thought, like, obviously, it was a title eliminator for or whatnot. But when it's against me and I beat him, it's like, all right, he was old, he's washed up. You know what I mean?
I don't know what
I'm going to play one more minute.
The comments you're reading, but I don't see that. I'm sorry.
I mean, so it's like, especially that people have to say.
He's talking about getting rid of his social media now.
Dylan White out in the first round. I was like, oh no, Dylan White wasn't that age and hasn't been in the ring for this long. And do you know what I mean? It was like, I have to mention that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Listen, you could knock Usyk out and there'll be people out there going, well, Usyk's 38, 39, etc., etc.
Look, I'm going to play one more minute of this, and it's what he's about to say here. He's going to talk about his critics. He's going to talk about reading comments on social media. He's going to talk about deleting his Instagram. And I found that quite kind of eye-opening as well. We have to remember, these are young dudes. He's only in his early 20s. It's a totally different generation. I couldn't imagine what it would be like being 21, a professional athlete, a professional fighter, in your 20s, having to deal with, all of the noise from social media. At 40, I'll be 44 in 3 months. Growing up playing sports, playing college sports, we didn't have to deal with social media. It is a distraction. It's interesting, though, to hear his take on this. You see some fighters who are switched on, they're locked in, they don't even talk about the social media side of things, and then some, it affects them. And I want to hear your take on this in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this next bit of Moses. Do you think he's distracted going into the Franklin fight at the end of the month, or do you think he's switched on?
But that's part of it, isn't it? Come on, like I haven't seen too many like negative people kind of downplay that win against Dillian White, and they shouldn't either.
I mean, I've chosen to no longer look at the comments anyway. I've been contemplating deleting Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like the people that I need to talk to have my number. You know what I mean? So if you don't have my number, I don't think I need to talk to you. What's that? The one that is it? Who's that guy that plays Spider-Man? Is that if you got a problem, call me. If you don't have my number, then you don't know me enough to have a problem with me.
Yeah, I remember that quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Watch this.
Yeah, I do remember that quote.
You're not convincing.
Look at Moses checking
I
him.
remember that quote. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You're not
That's
convincing
not how
me.
I talk, Moses. Listen, my heritage or where I'm
No. Where you grew up?
Essex. Born in Essex, yeah.
Whereabouts?
I was born in Chelmsford.
I'll stop it here.
What?
Yeah, so I just wanted to start there. You know, I got that video sent to me. I woke up this morning, like 5 different people on my Instagram sent it to me. They wanted me to know. They wanted my opinion on it. For me, he just looks like a guy who's tired. God damn, he's in fight camp. You know what I'm saying? Traveling, fight camp, exhaustion. He's at the back 9 of a fight camp. You know what I'm saying? So he just looks tired to me. He definitely looks disinterested. I don't know if he has to cut weight, being a heavyweight. But, you know, I've been interviewing UFC fighters and boxers for over a decade. And I know personally from my end of things not to, even guys I have a friendship with who are pro fighters, not to contact them or not to reach out to them for any sort of interviews during a fight camp. Some like to do it, some don't. I don't know Moses' temperament. I don't really know a lot about him outside of the ring. I know he's a stellar athlete, one of the top prospects, contenders. Looks to me, you know, obviously hot shotted for a world title soon. So all in all, he ticks all the boxes for me as a fighter. Just wanted to start there, just considering everybody reaching out to me on the Patreon, people messaging me on Instagram. So that's that. In the comment section below, let me know what you think. I don't think it's CTE. To put an exclamation point on this before we get into our bets and the boxing odds. I don't think it's CTE. He doesn't look like brain damage to me. When you're dealing with a guy who's sort of punchy or been through a lot of wars, you get this gloss over look in your eyes. It's unmistakable. When you see it once, you look for it. And I'm not going to put any fighters on blast, but there's guys that you guys watch, we watch on TV who are analysts, guys who pop in, still in the public's eye, who are former world champions in like the era before us, guys who fought with Floyd, guys who fought in the early 2000s. When you see them talk, you could tell what Punchy looks like. You could tell what it sounds like. This to me seems like a cool, calm, and collective killer. He seems like an assassin. He seems like he knows what the job is in a few weeks. And that's just my take on it. Anybody who's sort of marketing this as brain damage, CTE, I think they're probably doing it for clicks. He looks locked into me. He looks also a little bit playful at the very end. He's kind of picking on this interviewer a bit, and I think he's doing that in sort of a playful way. But in the ring, Moses Itauma is anything but playful. If you haven't seen this guy fight, definitely tune in. He's fighting Jermaine Franklin at the end of the month on the 26th. He's a 10-1 favorite, and you know, all in all, that's my take on that. Moving forward, boys, I'm going to say